So the biggest news coming around is that Sergio Ramos is leaving Real Madrid. The club have taken the renewal offer off the table and they are now preparing for his farewell ceremony. Ramos has been a wonderful servant for Real Madrid for over 10 years now, and he's won everything there is to win in football. He's won the La Liga, he's won with Spain, he's won the World Cup, multiple Euro champions, multiple UEFA Champions League champions. He's one of the all-time great defenders. So it will really be some move that he'll be making. I don't know if Real Madrid could ever replace a guy like him, but apparently they have Eder Militao who stepped into his shoes very well last year, and Ramos will now go on to this next chapter, maybe to PSG or somebody else. So there are certain players that Carlo Ancelotti might bring with him. There is obviously David Alaba, who has already been unveiled as a Real Madrid player. He will be joining the club for pre-season after the Euros. He's already worked with Carlo Ancelotti previously, so that should be good to see how they go about. James Rodriguez, an ex-Real Madrid player, he left Real Madrid last year to play with Carlo Ancelotti at Everton. Now that Ancelotti is back at Madrid, maybe he'll bring him back to Madrid. The most interesting signing would be of Allen. Allen is one of the most important signings for Everton. He controls midfield. He's a very good centre defensive midfielder. He can make the passes, he can make the tackles, he does the interceptions, he does the dirty work. He's not really seen or gets a lot of plaudits, but Allen is known is very important. Allen, his agility, his location, it helped Everton's fullbacks to push forward. It helped the guys in attack to come in and play. So with Real Madrid's aging midfield, Allen could be a vital addition to that team. Another player who he might bring is Kalidou Koulibaly. Ancelotti wanted to bring him to Everton last season, but that couldn't happen. But let's see if Kalidou Koulibaly could come to Real Madrid. And as the same goes for Fabian Ruiz, another up-and-coming midfielder. Jose Mourinho has come out and said that Dean Henderson should be the number one goalkeeper for Manchester United. He believes Henderson has the ability to become phenomenal in future years. Currently, it seems like it's a battle between David De Gea and Dean Henderson, but it looks like Mourinho has made his choice. So here's a reminder of the last few World Cup winners. Zinedine Zidane in 1998, Kaká in 2002, Xabi Alonso in 2010, Lucas Podolski 2014, Alessandro Del Piero in 2006. So some really big legends. Alvaro Morata has spoken out on Cristiano Ronaldo, saying, "I remember that at the last team dinner we were talking about food and nutrition, and Ronaldo told us what the record was for somebody to go without eating. Nobody had any idea. That surprised us, but he knows about all kinds of things." Cristiano Ronaldo has warned his Juventus teammate, and he's warned Adrien Rabiot to be careful of Portugal at this summer's European Championships. I still believe Portugal are my favourites to win the title this year, mainly because of Cristiano Ronaldo, the form of Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Diaz, João Cancelo, Ruben Neves. Like, some of these players have been in tremendous form, and the way Portugal plays is just amazing. But favourites don't always win the title. France are obviously right up there, and they are the favourites. But according to me, Portugal are favourites, but France should be the favourites by the majority of people. But nobody can take Portugal lightly in this particular tournament. They are the defending champions. So the Indian team has been announced to take on Bangladesh. It starts with Manveer at top, with Sunil Chhetri playing in number 10, Udanta, Bipin on the wings, Brandon, Martins and Suresh in midfield, Rose, Sana, Jingan in defence, and Gurpreet obviously in the goalkeeping position. India are officially out of the World Cup qualifiers, out of the World Cup, so it's just a match for ranking places, I guess, now. So here's an interesting fact why David Moyes deserved Manager of the Year. Obviously, according to me, Pep Guardiola deserved the Manager of the Year. He won the title with Manchester City yet again, and he did it with style. Guardiola took Man City from 81 to 86 points. Moyes took West Ham from 39 to 65 points. Everybody is saying on social media how David Moyes was robbed, but Guardiola managed the best team, and the best team should win. The manager of the best team should win the manager of the year. Liverpool are still hoping to sign Kylian Mbappe on a free transfer next year. So Liverpool are preparing for a transfer of Kylian Mbappe next season. Mbappe is out of contract in 2022, but the PSG boss has come out and said, that is the PSG owner, that they will not let Kylian Mbappe join any other club and they would tie him down to a contract by next season. But it seems Mbappe really wants to move, according to rumours, that and Real Madrid are the front runners, but Liverpool are a close second. Liverpool are also there in the running. Liverpool are also being linked with Donny van de Beek. Yes, Van de Beek is very unhappy at Manchester United. He's not getting enough game time, although he should be playing with guys like McTominay and Fred being picked in front of him, which defies logic. Why Van de Beek is not playing in that holding midfield position? Something we all know he will excel given his technique and the way he handles the ball. So it might be a surprising move, but it makes sense for Reds because they've just let go of Gini Wijnaldum. But the Reds have guys like Fabinho, Henderson, Curtis Jones, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Thiago Alcantara, James Milner, Naby Keita in midfield. So they might not want to reinforce just now, and even if they do, they may look for a swap deal with Manchester United for somebody like Naby Keita, who has been linked for a move away from Liverpool. Another player being linked with Liverpool is Jonathan Ikoné, the Lille attacker. After winning League One, a lot of players from Lille are being linked to a host of clubs, and it looks like Ikoné might be getting close to a move to Liverpool. So PSG, with the signing of Wijnaldum, are dreaming of signing Sergio Ramos as well. As we told you in the beginning of the program, that Ramos is almost 90% it's assured that he won't be re-signing with Real Madrid, and PSG are front runners, and Cristiano Ronaldo has also expressed his desire to feature for PSG. So imagine Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, Di Maria all playing up front, Wijnaldum, Paredes, Verratti in midfield. Midfield might not be the greatest, but imagine the centre backs of Ramos and Marquinhos. That would be something. Marquinhos has come up as leaps and bounds. Another breaking news is Kevin De Bruyne has been named as the 2021 PFA Men's Player of the Year. That is the Players Player of the Year. He's won it second year in a row. That's a very big deal. Ben White has been included into the England Euro squad instead of Trent Alexander-Arnold, who was injured. So Ben White gets nod. Everybody thought it would be James Ward-Prowse or Jesse Lingard.